Wemby number 5. The season is almost here. And I'm getting ready to go harder than I've ever gone before, but I'm not going to bore y'all with a lot of talking. I'm just going to do it. Now, there's a lot of really bad lists going on. Shade number 2. And I think because we're in one of those transition periods where the GOATs are not the GOATs anymore and the new niggas are not as good as the... So there's some crazy lists going on out there. So it's up for me to be the voice of reason. You know I do this list every year. You know I take a week to look over this list before I just drop this. It's not like I just started working on this right now. So without any further ado, man, let's hop into it. The top 50 players going into the 2026 season. This is unbiased, all facts, best top 50 list you can find on the internet. Let's go. All right, let's hop into this list. Let's show them the first. Let's show them the first 12. Listen, I could waste your time with a bunch of editing and showing it. Let's just get to the meat and potatoes of this. I'm gonna just show you the first 12 right away, and I feel like I gotta go from top to bottom on my list. Is not going to make any sense. All right, number 1 for me is Jokic. I don't need to really look up any stats for this one. Now, I looked up stats to come up with pretty much the placing for all of these, but for Jokic, I feel like I don't need to look up any stats. The 30-year-old niggas are on top. Jokic, Giannis, me, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're on top. Jokic is number 1. He's the best player in the league. He's got the rings. Like, to me, it's Jokic. He's doing the most across the board. Unstoppable. He has to be number 1. Now, Shea has had an extremely great year, but I can't put him above these two people that I have right here. Like, he's not better than Giannis. Even though Giannis does shoot some more free throws than him, to me, Giannis is the most dominant player in the league. I just think that Jokic can do more different stuff, so we're going to give Jokic the nod. But Giannis is, to me, the most dominant player in the league. He's been number 1 on my list before. I don't see anything as of right now that says that Giannis is not still top 2. Number 3, I have Tatum, just because I feel like Tatum, I mean, bro, if you look at the numbers for Shea and Tatum, there's nothing, I mean, what is Shea doing that Tatum can't do? I feel like there's so much more stuff that Tatum can do offensively on the court that Shea can't do. Like, for starters, Hezzo pull. He doesn't Hezzo pull anyone. Tatum is arguably the best Hezzo pull on this list other than Devin Booker and Anthony Edwards. Like, he's Hezzo pulling everybody. So for me, and this is a little biased, but I put Shea at 4, so y'all can't say that I'm a hater. You can't say I'm a hater, I put him at 4, but for me, I gotta go Tatum 3, Shea, Shy, whatever his name is, he's gotta go 4. And I feel like that's accurate. Like, that is the top 4 players in the league. Am I doing good so far? Anyways, all right, next up I got Anthony Edwards. I have to give Anthony Edwards the nod over Luka just because he smashed us. He smashed us in the playoffs, so he has to get the nod. Luka can do a lot, scores a lot, fills up the stat sheet, but I have to give Anthony Edwards the nod. If Anthony Edwards won once or twice, he would damn near be number 2. That's really one of the only things that's stopping Anthony Edwards from being any higher, is he just hasn't won. But I really like the Timberwolves going into this year. Anyways, Luka 6 for me. Devin Booker for me was... Most people didn't have him this high. Devin Booker is not top 10 on ESPN or Bleacher Report. So most people don't think that Devin Booker is as good as he is. They're willing to put people like Jalen Brunson, who we'll get to. I just can't, I mean, bro, I don't know. I'm trying not to hate on Jalen Brunson because the Knicks are really good and he's the best player on the team. but I can't put Jalen Brunson ahead of any of these guys. Can you tell me that you can honestly say that Jalen Brunson is better than any of these guys that I named? Maybe Wemby at the end. I don't know. I feel like Devin Booker is underrated. Offensively, he's unstoppable. When Kevin Durant was there, I felt like it was still Booker's team. Like, I don't know. Booker might be the one I messed up on, but I really think Booker is high. I got Booker high. Obviously, I'm giving Curry the nod over Anthony Davis, which is hard because you can't really rank them, but I'm giving him the nod over really LeBron and KD. That's really what it comes down to. Where you rank LeBron and KD going into this year. Me personally, I'm giving Curry the nod. I'm not sure about KD. I know KD's a little bit younger than, wait, is he younger than Curry? I don't know, but I know he's younger than LeBron, but I'm not sure. I got to see KD. KD being able to do it the entire year and in the playoffs for me is questionable. Like, he hasn't showed up in the playoffs in a while. Curry showed up in the playoffs. He showed up in Olympic. I'm still riding that Curry Olympic team high. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like, I'm still on that. Like, so for me, I'm giving Curry the edge at number 8. Curry's probably, him and LeBron are probably the most underpaid players in the league. I know that sounds crazy, but it's facts. Curry took the team from $1 billion to $5 billion. He should have $1 billion. Anyways, so for me, I got to give Curry the edge. Anthony Davis, I'm giving him the edge over LeBron. Obviously, KD's right there. Then we got Wemby. For me, I feel like that's the top 12. That's the top 12. All right, now let's show y'all 12 through 20. All right, so this is next up. So for me, so now you see why I got Brunson. I got Brunson at 15. I mean, I think Cade is one of these guys that he could become. Only thing to stopping Cade from becoming really nice is just winning in the playoffs. If Cade starts winning in the playoffs, he's going to be incredible. If you look at Cade's stats from last season, they're incredible, bro. Like, that nigga Cade he's really him. I'm not going to lie. I think Cade is better than Brunson. I know that sounds crazy, and it's not like I'm a Brunson hater. I'm really not trying to hate on Brunson, but I just think that Cade is affecting the game in way more ways than Brunson. So for me, I got to give Cade the edge over Brunson. And I'm giving Donovan Mitchell, Spider, the edge over both of them. I would give him the edge over LeBron and KD and Wemby because Spider does fill it up. But he just, for me, at least for my list, we're basing this off of what you do in the regular season, how many different ways you can score and affect the game, and what you do in the playoffs. I feel like these lists that Bleacher Report and ESPN, they're not taking into consideration what niggas do in the playoffs. Like, oh, Donovan Mitchell better than LeBron. Oh, he's better than Kevin Durant. Like, whoa, hold on. The niggas never won anything. Like, let's pump the brakes. You gotta win. And maybe that's the old head in me, but you gotta win something at some level, nigga, to be up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? If Anthony Edwards had never, you know what I'm saying, he wouldn't be that high. Like, you gotta, come on now, nigga. We gotta reward winning. At least in my book. So, I don't know. Paolo Banchero for me is crazy. He's one of my favorite players in the league. He's an absolute all-star. And then I got Ja Morant underneath him. The Ja Morant placements were extremely disrespectful. I think that 17 for Ja Morant is fair. Is that not fair? I feel like that's unbiasedly fair. To me, he's still better than Jalen Williams. He's not as consistent throughout the year as any of these other guys above him, or even Jalen Williams for that matter. But he's just got so much more offense, in my opinion, than him. So I can't put Ja Morant any lower than. To me, that's where Ja Morant has to go. Jalen Williams is obviously a dog. He's on the come up, 18. I don't even know where he was at on my list last year, but it certainly wasn't top 25. So shout out to Jalen Williams. He's nice, and he could go even higher if OKC stays dominant. He could go even higher. I'm giving him the nod over Jaylen Brown. feel like they're similar, but I feel like Jalen Williams is a little bit more agile, just a little bit more quick and swift with it. Then I got Cat and Sango. Not really too much to say right here. Let's show top 30. Yeah, top 30. So, Jimmy, Mobley. Mobley was high on a lot of lists. Even Mobley at 22 is high for me, but I feel like that's where he should be. I can't put Tyrese Maxey over Joel Embiid, at least not yet. Joel Embiid gets injured and he barely ever plays. Alright, like I was saying, Joel Embiid gets injured every year and he hardly ever plays, but I can't put him over Tyrese Maxey, at least not yet, personally. I got Trae Young right there competing. He just doesn't have the size some of these other guys have, so it's tough for me. Franz Wagner is one of my favorite players in the league. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the placement is pretty, like, if you look at the top 30, I'm giving Chet the edge over Bam just because he wins more. Is Chet better than Bam? I don't know. It's close. Then I got Pascal at 32. So I don't know. I feel like if you just look 1 through 32, because that's the main stuff that matters, I feel like it's pretty solid. Like, please let me know in the comments where I messed up. I'm looking over this. Sometimes when I do these lists, I'll catch like errors as I'm doing this. I'm not catching any. I really don't think there's any errors on this. I can't say definitively that Pascal is better than Bam or Chet. Anyways, all right, so let me just give y'all the rest of my list. Let's show them 32 through 53. I don't even know why I threw 51 through 53 in there, but those guys were originally on it. But as I kept on thinking of guys, they were not off it, but I still figured like we should bring them up. And let me know if I'm missing anyone. I don't think that I am. If I am, I'll answer it in the comments. But, so this is what my list looks like. First thing I want to say, as we look through 30 through 50, the LaMelo placements were extremely disrespectful. Extremely disrespectful. LaMelo, I'm telling you, dawg, you got to get off the Hornets. You have to. Because niggas are getting rated higher than you just for getting carried on better teams. And there's nothing really that I can do about it. Jalen Williams is at 18. I got you at 35, gang. And do I really think that Jalen Williams can do more on the court offensively than you? No, I mean, his defense is incredible, but I mean, he's winning. You gotta get off the Hornets. You gotta get off the Hornets. I'm telling you, because it's tanking your stock. It's tanking your stock, brother. You got the bag from them. You got to get off that team. It's tanking your stock. I'm telling you. Not even just with me. It's tanking. You got to get off the Hornets. So that's just my little ode to LaMelo. But I feel like the placement that I gave for him is pretty fair. It's pretty fair. LaMelo's got really good stats, but he didn't play a lot of games last season. He is injured a lot, so it's tough. It's tough. Is Tyrese Maxey better than LaMelo? These are tough questions. I remember we watched the LaMelo and Jalen Brunson highlights, and I'm not sure Brunson is better, but it's like, what do you want me to do? I can't come in here and say, oh, I can't do that. So anyways, this is my list. Scotty, Garland, Jaren Jackson, Bane at 40, Zach LaVine, Austin Reeves. Derek White was higher on someone, so I couldn't put him there. Cooper Flag to me is top 50 already. And I wouldn't be surprised if he moves up. Cooper might finish in the top 30. Cooper might finish top 30. We'll see what happens. Cooper's disgusting. But yeah, this is my list. I really don't think I forgot anybody. I'm giving Zach LaVine the edge over DeMar DeRozan. Sabonis the edge over Zubac. Like, the Zion placement might be high. Maybe he should be under Julius Randle. But we'll see. The Zion might be a little, that's one where I'm looking at like, okay, maybe Zion's a little too high. But other than that, I think my list looks pretty good. I don't think I've forgotten anybody. So, like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys think, how I did. This is my list going into the season. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the season looks like. Like I said, it's a different type of season because the niggas that are normally the best are like not the best anymore. So I feel like that's creating for a lot of confusion on these lists. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. This is probably the last video I'm going to record with this camera. I bought a new camera. I got a new setup. I got a whole lot of new shit. So I'm really excited and motivated for this season. Like I said, I'm not going to do too much talking. I'm just going to let the actions speak for themselves. So get ready for a great NBA season. I hope you guys are locked in and ready to take over your shit and whatever it is that you're doing. But until next time, it has been your boy. Leave all your comments below. Go use my promo code on Underdog. And I'm out of here. Gang, gang. Go Lakers. Even though LeBron's out for a month.